It's like R2D2 or smart Roomba for electric vehicle charging. It's able to charge an electric vehicle wherever the car is parked. So it autonomously makes its way to the car. We connect to the car so we can actually open up the charging port and have the robotic arm approach and connect and charge your vehicles.
Hi, it's Mark Marmer from Signature Electric. We are at the 2026 EV and Charging Expo. There's a few things that I really wanted to see, and I got finally in touch with Abdel from Kiwi Charge. A very interesting, something new, I think.
Yeah,
something different. I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get you to maybe tell us what you're up to. Let me see a little action, and let me ask you a few questions, because we do an enormous amount of charging in, say, condominiums as an example.
Perfect.
And I think this might be an interesting fit for certain ones. Maybe you'll tell me where it fits in.
Absolutely. It would. Thank you, Mark, for connecting with us today. It would be a perfect fit for the multi-unit residential space. So what you're looking at is Kiwi Charge's autonomous EV charging robot. It's like R2D2 or smart Roomba for electric vehicle charging.
Right.
You'll have one of these in your building, and basically it becomes a new amenity. You would live in your building. It's able to charge an electric vehicle wherever the car is parked. So it autonomously makes its way to the car. We connect to the car so we can actually open up the charging port and have the robotic arm approach and connect and charge your vehicles.
So it's connecting through the software of the vehicle to do that, right? I know maybe the Tesla's easy because they're all kind of doing it the same way. Are other ones?
We integrate with over 300 brands.
Okay, so you've got it.
We got it. So, as a customer, as part of the onboarding process, you'll give us a certain level of access, the charging port, the battery status, like the charging state of charge. And we use that information to be able to determine when you'll need a charge and how much of a charge you'll need. So
you're trying to get other information. It's not just about opening the charge port. You want a little more information so you can start making intelligent decisions about what's going on.
That's exactly it, because we can prioritize who to charge and how much to charge them.
Do I have to tell you if I need something by the morning, or can I interact with you to
You can. So there is an app that you'll have access to, because our AI model is able to predict and make it a white glove service, but every once in a while you might get that cottage trip or something that our model wouldn't be able to predict. You'll be able to go through the app and ensure that we give you that full charge the next day.
Okay, so far I'm liking it. Carry on.
Yeah. So I'd love to kind of have you walk around, show you. So there is a robotic arm. It is turned off. The engineering team is a little bit busy right now.
Okay.
And here we have this optional screen as well. So this could be in the building, but it could also be in a mall. It could be in commercial spaces where the robot is passing by, charging vehicles on its way. And when people see this robot,
some advertising space, is that the idea, or something else?
That is exactly it. It could be advertising space. It could be a touchscreen. People can interact with it. We're exploring this option. It's not a key.
This is all very tricky sometimes.
Yeah, it's not a core part for an offering.
It's just as easy enough to put in.
Exactly. And this is the same unit we're actually going to be piloting in a few months with our partners, with GM, our partners at FAF. And
excellent. FAF is a customer of ours as well.
Oh, fantastic. They're incredible.
Dealerships.
Yeah, so we're going to be piloting this exact unit at their BMW Markham location. So.
Oh, BMW Markham. Oh,
yeah.
This is a customer of ours.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
very good.
So it's a great experience. It's a great partnership working with them, and we'll love to have you come by and.
Yeah, are you expecting to? Now I've got even more questions.
Let's do it.
Sorry. I think I need to go back to where I was in the condo for a minute, because I think it sounded like we have a couple of things going. This could end up in the BMW parking lot, but the downstairs of a condo is a different story. In terms of managing to get around.
Absolutely.
So, tell me if I'm wrong. So the unit will get power from somewhere, and when it needs power, it's going to go back to dock itself in and power up. So that's where Signature Electric, the electric piece, comes in.
Yeah,
we'll take care of that part for
absolutely.
you. And then
perfect partnership.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I was thinking is, I have condos that we're working on that I think might do this instead of what we were thinking about, and I wanted to get a feel where you were with it. Sounds like you're still maybe a bit early for it. I may not be right or wrong, I'm not sure.
Yeah, later on in this year, we'll be fully deployed. Right now, we're in the pilot stage. So we're doing pilots with some of the big developers, some of the big automakers.
Right.
And kind of showing the technology, completing these paid pilots, and then we'll be able to convert those into paid pilots, paid contracts.
Okay,
afterwards.
so let me tell you that we've been doing work in this space for 10 years now.
Yeah.
And I would venture to guess thousands of chargers installed in underground parking lots.
Amazing.
I have a feel for what that physical space feels like.
Yeah.
I can tell you that it is sometimes very hard to get in between that column and where that guy's charge port is. And sometimes, depending on how they orient the car, you literally, I don't know how long this arm is, but it's a little far to get. How is this working out?
Yeah, great question. I can actually show you a picture of how that looks. Yeah, so I will skip through a few slides. There we go. Perfect. So it's this one. So you're absolutely right, Mark. So it is a restricted space in the parking lots of the building. So how the robot operates is it actually comes and parks right in the back of the car.
I don't think that part's a problem.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not ideal, but there's enough room to get by.
Exactly.
This piece is I'm worried about.
Exactly. So if for most of cars, their charging port is in the back, so the robotic arm is able to reach. But to your point, there are many cars where that's not the case, or the customer might opt to charge backwards, right? Kind of pulling the charging port deeper inside.
Yes, back into a spot. I like backing into my spot.
Exactly. So for a lot of our customers, what we do is we offer them this proprietary cable. This is basically like an extension cord. So when you sign up to our service, we're in your building, we can charge your car if you park a certain way. But if you do decide to park backwards, in your case, this will be in your front or in your trunk. Before you go upstairs, you connect one end to the charging port. The other end will hang from the trunk or front, and then our robotic arm will come and connect to this end.
Or maybe you could convince me that parking the other way would be a better arrangement.
We try to make it as simple as possible for the customers, but that is one way.
It sounds like another. I'm not dissing it. Don't get me
wrong. No. You're right.
I have to. When I charge my car, I have to unwrap a couple of wraps, put it in, take it out, and it's a lot better than a gas station. But if I could take up one less wrap or pick up one less piece off the floor, I would. To manage this sounds like a bit of a drop, but I understand.
It is absolutely one additional step. You're absolutely right.
Okay, so I see it. And if the unit's sitting out there, you've got people passing by this screen, suddenly the screen becomes valuable.
Absolutely. When we were doing our pilots, that's one thing we continuously saw is people would stop and take pictures. And what if there's an ad of your next electric vehicle there? And when people saw our unit in their buildings, they would come to us and ask us, which electric vehicle would you recommend? So initially we started recommending Teslas, but this way we can actually work with different partners and make better recommendations in terms of what vehicles and encourage EV adoption.
Yeah, especially when you look at a place like FAF, who has a very wide range of electric vehicles.
Absolutely.
In all kinds of styles and prices, right?
Absolutely. So, imagine we work with a local FAF dealerships. We start targeting the buildings around the area, and we can help.
They've got the right customer base.
They do.
They know how to get. They know how to get to them.
Absolutely.
So So back to this tire and this tire do not look like the same to me.
No. Yeah. So this is a first iteration of our solution. This is what you're looking at is V1. This year alone, we're going to build 2 iterations, V2 and V3. We're constantly iterating.
The reason I'm asking, it sounded like you might put it out in the parking lot. The outdoor parking lot. Is that a possibility?
Yeah. It is, absolutely it is. And that's one of the things we're going to be piloting with FAF. So we need to, make sure there's waterproof, it's completely sealed. That's why at the end of this year, early next year, that's when we're going to have our UL certification. So that's why earlier
this is still testing on private property.
Exactly.
Very interesting. I get this request sometimes from EV charger manufacturers. They want to try something out. Could you just put it in the shop and use your car, and it's not really approved, and that's the only place I could do it. I would never put it out to sell it to a customer.
Exactly.
Very
interesting. We're not quite able to sell it yet, but one way to get around that, you can actually get 1 unit certified. So you can actually go certify one-off units.
We do this.
That's exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Abdel, this has been very interesting. I'm so pleased to see people doing unique things. Listen, it's not always easy, right? No, but you had an idea, and I see you're trying to overcome some of the issues. And we need more good ideas of how to make things work. I suspect that it might be just as expensive to put in what we were putting in as it is to do this, but it might be the right fit for somewhere else, or what have you. I don't even want to ask you about price because I don't think it's important at this stage of the game.
Yeah.
We'll see where that all goes.
We'll talk.
Right?
Yeah. You'll be impressed. You'll be impressed.
I will be.
You'll
impressed.
be surprised. Yeah.
That will be helpful because, you know, for us, it's bring the power over. Okay, well, that's the power that you needed anyways.
Yeah.
And then I'm having to back to put in the chargers.
Yeah.
And then I have all these chargers, and every charger that I put in a condominium needs a separate agreement. It's not simple.
We solve all that for you. You set it up
simple.
once, and we just scale.
Okay. Abdel, thank
Mark,
you so
thank you
much.
so
It's
much.
been great talking.
Likewise.
I'm so glad that we got connected.
Absolutely.